rolling joints with this joint roller thing. Got this thing right here. It's pretty cool. Day Saver brand. I think we're gonna order some of these for the store. You put your little cone on the end here. You put the weed in here. You press the button, spits the weed at the end into the cone, fills your cone up. Roll like a bunch of joints pretty quick. It's a great little party joint roller thing if you have an event, or if you just like bought an ounce and you want to just like roll all your own pre-rolls up. Just spend a half an hour and you get a whole pack of them. Pretty cool. Grind out the weed first. Make sure you grind it up nice and fine. You don't want to fucking put chunks in there that get stuck. What are you looking up? What are you looking at, Scotty?
I'm just reading about Creature a little bit.
The Preacher?
Nah, Creature.
Creature?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't forget to say the thing.
Oh, okay. That's true. That's true.
You always forget in the beginning.
I do forget in the beginning. I don't always forget.
Not always, but you know what I mean.
Speaking of absolutes, shit. Stage 1 podcast.
There it is.
Hey,
Legacy to legal, stoop to store.
From the window to the wall.
From the window to the wall. You know how we do. Gonna fucking talk about whatever we're gonna talk about tonight. I don't even think we have any plans necessarily. We're gonna talk about some new products that we have in the store that you guys can come see.
Talk about some weed.
Of course, we're gonna talk about weed. Do a little bit of music convo.
Skateboarding.
Skateboarding. Get into the diddler.
Pause.
Yo,
Can you imagine though, like
can you pause
I want to like create an AI video that's like Diddy as the Riddler Batman villain, call him the diddler, and like have him running around like with that baby oil.
What's crazy is he
around.
already did the Joker, so
Joker
it's mad
shit.
close.
Yeah,
like he
bro.
really did the Joker in real life. So
And it was really creepy and
Wait,
disturbing.
who really did the Joker?
Diddy.
Did he?
Did he?
yeah, for
Yes.
Halloween.
Did he?
Did he? He did.
Who did?
Who did?
Oh, he did it.
Oh, he did it. Did he?
And
did
it was creepy? It was a creepy Joker? Which Joker was it?
He killed it. Heath Ledger Joker.
He did the Heath Ledger Joker, but he did it perfectly.
Yeah,
so
that
at
shit
the
was
time,
on
it was
point.
like, oh yeah, this is
He's like,
cool.
Tyler, the
But
Creator.
now, watching it now, it's
Walking
like,
around,
Yeah, he sees Tyler the Creator in the street. He's like, Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
You gotta see this shit.
I don't know. How do y'all think? Like, how do y'all feel about that? 1,000 bottles of baby oil though, like that.
That's crazy work.
That's like
It's
when
hella
here's what I'm
alarming.
gonna say.
Hella alarming, yeah.
When Josiah told me, he was like, Pops, did you fucking see? When they raided Diddy's crib, they found 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
He was like, that's some bullshit.
I was like, that's just some bullshit. Like, that's a fake story. That's fake
No,
news,
I can see him
motherfucker.
saying
He was
this
like, nah, bro.
That was my
tell
same
him it's
reaction.
real.
Same
I was like,
reaction.
hell no. Then I've come to find out shit's realer
It's in
than
the
the documents.
documents.
Bro. Yo, what?
Yo, and
See,
then I
now,
thought the dildo part was fake too. That shit real too.
900 dildos?
I don't know
Shit.
about that many, but
well,
what
listen, it's
It was a lot of
Diddy,
them
bro.
motherfuckers.
He's the most excessive person that we possibly have ever seen. I thought
He's
the
like,
number was low.
I need a truckload.
I thought it was a low number. I was like, are you surprised?
1,000?
You're like, only 1,000 bottles? That's rookie
That's it?
numbers.
That's like,
You know what I mean? That's not even illegal. He's not even throwing those away. Like, let them shit sit.
that's probably 1,000 full bottles. We don't know how many was empty. and
That's
shit,
true,
bro.
that's
Oh,
true.
God.
That's wild. And then I heard there was like they found videotapes of just like all of these
Terabytes.
encounters that
With people, famous people.
that
powerfuls.
lasted for days and included like druggings with ketamine and fucking all sorts of crazy shit. Like ketamine is like, that's a horse tranquilizer. That's like dissociative, like medication, like heavy. They do fucking, I don't know. They put people out with that shit. So that's not like let's party and fuck.
Yeah, no,
You know what I'm
no.
saying? That's like
I don't know.
Like, I'm gonna take your
People that
soul
love
for like
K.
it is.
yeah, no.
I do.
Yeah, but are you getting a K-hole and fucking, or is that?
I'm sure they make it happen.
They figure it out.
Passed away.
Ketamine.
that?
Yeah.
The dude from Friends.
Yeah, I don't know how you pass away from K. They must have just been like dripping it into his fucking bloodstream. It's a pretty hard drug to overdose on.
Perry?
Yeah, it's a really hard drug to overdose on.
Anesthesia drug.
Yeah, it's an anesthetic. Yeah, horse tranquilizer, but used as an anesthetic. Yeah, but also in other news, they're doing some crazy like psychedelic psychotherapy with it too, and they're like,
oh yeah,
that's like because it's legal. So the shit that they're doing with MDMA that we talked about previously, and psilocybin and all that shit, they're actually already using like ketamine to do it, and it's a legal therapeutic method, and it's like changing people's lives. So, you know,
shout out to ketamine.
Yeah, shout out to shout out to the people using it right. I guess not to drug people and film lewd acts with them. Like, but you know.
So
if it's used, that is the problem with that shit, though, right? That's actually what's happening with the MDMA therapy that they're trying to get past the FDA, and how it's got blocked is because there's like been some like creepy behavior on during the trials. Like the majority of everything is good. Like most of all the doctors that are involved in this shit are doing it for the right reasons, but there's always some asshole.
Somebody gotta come fuck it up.
That's gonna come fuck it up for everybody else and do some creepo shit. So when people are in vulnerable states, so that's like the side that's where it's at now within. But I know there's still like, I know people are fighting the good fight, trying to make sure that shit gets worked out. But right now, ketamine is the only way to do it legally in the United States. That type of therapy. So, fucking damn, Diddy.
It's wild.
Was Diddy ahead of his time?
He's not the only one, I don't think. You know what I mean? I think he's just the beginning.
He's the only one for sure on the whole planet.
No.
No, he's definitely not the only one.
Definitely not the only one. No, I think you're talking about definitely not the only one. Like in the circle of people that we watch, you know,
that we're admiring,
listen
and
to,
like idolizing,
that we had idolized in the past, that people looked up to, that had impacts on culture, that we all fucking consumed, that were, you know,
like the whole culture might shut
fashion.
down, like literally.
Yeah.
This could be devastating.
You know?
You know what I mean? So,
it's like like let's actually analyze that shit.
I heard
like,
he's not eating.
He
ain't trying to get poisoned.
Who?
He's not eating no food.
Oh, you heard he's not eating.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about like the blow to the culture that this is gonna have, the blowback on legacies of all different people that this could affect, right? Like from like so many artists that we look up to, and what are some of the ramifications gonna be?
We've already seen that. I feel like even I've made some jokes about Biggie. You know what I mean?
Like we already know,
right?
This dude's a piece of. His name's already been stained, like
but now
beyond stained. Like
right.
we've been known this man's a piece of shit. Let's be real. Let's just call it how it is.
Right.
We've been hearing about Diddy since the fucking 90s.
Then you got the like Justin Bieber's and if you bring it way back, Usher, when they were like kids. They were like they were like young teen boys when they went to Diddy parties and were in the mansion drinking. What the fuck, you know what I mean? Like you just, now all of that is called into question. You got fucking,
I think I seen a quote of Bow Wow saying when he was like 15, he'd be in there and Puff would just throwing women at him and shit, like grown women,
Yeah. I mean, and then you see him beating up Cassie in the hallway of the hotel, and
That's great. Yeah,
and then it's like, and then she's in there in the videos getting fucking drugged and fucked by people and shit, and then like that's like her abuser doing that at that point. That shit adds a whole different layer to the abuse and shit.
You saw they didn't say the names in the indictment, but the Kid Cudi shit. The Kid Cudi shit's
blow
wild.
up the car, bro. Like,
yeah, he said he got Kid Cudi's car set on fire. But yeah, they talk about it in the indictment. They don't say names, but it's clearly the incident that Because someone on Twitter was like, "I heard he tried to blow up Kid Cudi's car." And Cudi responded, he's like, "This is true." He must have knew these indictments were coming too, because he's probably on the paperwork there.
Yeah.
You know, as he should be. He ain't got no reason not to tell on fucking Diddy.
Not to tell on Diddy
Fuck
for
Diddy.
trying to blow his car up.
Yeah. Kid Cudi's not like a fucking gangster. Like the fuck code he gotta live by. Like,
For sure.
And the catalog, do we R. Kelly? Like,
It's like everything Diddy becoming R. Kelly. Like,
I don't think so. Some Diddy came on today, and I barely even thought twice about it, just because some of it's just so fucking
It depends on what it is.
natural.
Because we listen, like for me, I can't speak for everybody else, but I
like
listen
his
to
music
lyrics and I
anyways.
listen to what people are saying. And I can't really speak on that, like specifically what it would be, because nothing's coming to my mind. But it's just like with that Joker clip. It's like at first I saw that and I was like, oh, all right, whatever. But then I look at it now and I'm like, so this person who I now know all these things about, now I'm looking at that person doing these things, and I can't fuck with that. Well, that just makes me feel weird. Yeah. That's so like certain songs that if I hear him saying some shit that's like questionable,
that now
I'm probably not gonna listen to that song anymore.
That's what
that's what I'm saying. That is crazy, and that's what I say. That's crazy.
But I feel that way about R. Kelly. That's why I can't listen to R. Kelly, because his music's so just hypersexual, you know. So it's like you can't not think about it. That's why it's easier to separate it with Michael Jackson. Like his music wasn't
the music's
sexual.
Right.
Like, it was
most of the
fucking
time it's all
wholesome
about
usually
like,
and shit.
like changing
so
the world.
you didn't
and
constantly
one another.
think about fucking his fucking, you know, dark side, you know. And,
He's not saying my mind's telling me.
Diddy, I was more speaking about the productions. Like, I don't even listen to Diddy music, like verses and shit. Like, there's only a handful of songs with Diddy on it I ever want to even listen to. But I was mainly talking about the productions where he's ad-libbing, shit like that. Biggie albums, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's really gonna affect
I don't think so either, because we can just keep
affect that
tuning them out like we've been the whole time. You know what I mean? If you see a song featuring Diddy, it's pretty much just a song. You know what I mean? He danced in the video and shit. Like, so
I'm not gonna lie though. Every time I hear a rapper in a song say like, or like shout out Diddy or some shit like that, it always throws me off now, because I gotta look at them and I'm like, what do you mean by that? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, for
there's
real.
a lot of time you would see
with him. Like,
you would see artists with affiliations with him for like no reason.
that's what I'm saying.
And it would be like, wait,
the
what's
most
happening
random
here?
thing, and it's like, what are y'all doing? You know, I don't know.
No, we know what they're
he
doing.
was Weinstein out. He was the Weinstein of music
And
industry.
now then there's a lot of like, you know, clips surfacing about talking about Diddy parties and openly being like, there's the party that everybody's invited to, and then there's the party that everybody got to leave for. That's the other party that like only certain people are invited to, and that's where all the shit that you can't know about happens. Yo, talking about saying the quiet part out loud. There's like mad interviews where that is like literally like it's not fucking tongue in cheek at all.
Yeah.
He's just saying what it is.
Yep.
It's like, damn, that is.
And that's kind of been what the game, what the conspiracy, all the tinfoil hat people have been saying the whole time, is like there's these doors, like there's these things that you got to do with these people to get to this level of success.
So are we watching like the toppling of Illuminati? Is that like it's Diddy Illuminati and Epstein's Illuminati?
It could be. I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying
that's
no.
the tinfoil hat people. Is that like that's always tied to some Illuminati?
Sure.
I'm not completely dismissing the notion, but I think the Illuminati is more like not really like an actual group with a name and shit, and I think it's just something that exists. It's just super powerful and super rich, you know. It's just this small club of people that can pull strings and, you know,
that's what I mean when I say that's what this is.
I just don't think it has all like
those parties that you know what I mean? We got to kick everybody else out for this, like that. I feel like those two things kind of go hand in hand.
How much money is too much money? Like, can it topple? You know what I mean? Like, can they bring the system down? Like, yeah, one or two, but they might just kill him off in jail like they did Epstein. You know what I'm saying? And
that's why he's not eating right now.
That's what I'm saying. But he might. That's killing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
You can live for a minute.
You can live for like 20 days without eating, as long as you drink water. 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's gonna do all that. I'm sure he'll get some sort of food that's real. I don't know, but maybe not. Too many eyes on the whole situation. you got to think like somebody with that type of bread.
And this is the Fed prison in Brooklyn. Like this ain't the county where you can go get some shit. Like,
Well, killed yourself at.
yeah, this is where they.
Diddy has. This is what they're saying. A conspiracy. Before you have, they're saying that Diddy has tapes with some of the most powerful people on it, and that was his leverage to expose them. So they're saying that's just how like Epstein was gonna expose the people because he got caught being nasty and a sicko. They saying that's what. So they saying they're trying to kill him.
So if they kill him, then there's no need to dig into the evidence anymore.
Or the evidence won't come out. He won't put the evidence.
Well, because what happens if he goes into court is all that evidence comes out, all those tapes get shared, and everybody gets exposed. But if he
More
dies,
like he starts talking too,
yeah, yeah,
and being able to connect dots, and like no, this, because that's everything. Even if there's evidence after, it's hard to connect the dots still. He can connect all them dots, you know.
I don't think he's gonna talk though, because regardless, like he's getting locked up, right? Like unless he's proven innocent.
I don't know, man.
Like, they're not gonna give him immunity.
He's a
Ain't no way,
spiteful motherfucker.
bro.
He'd be like, I'm gonna fuck all these motherfuckers over. Like, you see how he is. He's a fucking.
yeah. But he's gone down to. There's
I don't think the Fed's gonna give him immunity.
Yeah,
like
he can't.
that. Like,
he can't get saved.
Motherfucker's a
There's no saving
sociopath,
him.
straight up. Like,
Yeah.
bro.
like he.
Always has been. It was always like, you know, openly like you were like, if you sign a deal with Diddy, you're gonna get fucked.
Yeah.
That was like literally when
Him and Birdman. It's like,
we were
anyone
like
that does
shopping
it,
around for deals, and it was like, yo, now was it figuratively you're gonna get fucked on the deal with Diddy? Like that's how but it was actual literal probably.
That's what's crazy.
Like figuratively, you were like, yo, Diddy's gonna fuck you over in this deal.
Because yo, think about it too. Because when we were just talking about like the tinfoil hat people and Illuminati, right?
Yeah.
It's not just Illuminati or tinfoil people. It's actually in hip hop. If you look, I'm sure you've seen a million because you watch a lot of interviews. There's countless rappers that have been telling us that there are these parties that you go to and there's these rooms you got to go to and they're gonna try to fuck you. And then if you don't, then you ain't getting on. And if you do, then you get everything that you want. Have you, in my bugging? You've seen this plenty of times in hip hop. Not even like Illuminati shit, just on some rappers talking about their experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, this shit has definitely been happening. And the fact that this is all coming to light now in such a big way.
Now we know these are what he was talking about. He was talking about, and people are so scared to puff. People are like, oh, anybody coming out now is just an accomplice. I'm like, not when you got that much power over people. Like, you got the power to crush families and lives and just literally just squash people. And if you don't have full blown evidence, what can you do to this man? Like, what your word is nothing. You're gonna just let this man ruin your fucking life. You know what I'm saying?
A bunch of music industry people step down from a bunch. It could be just coincidental, or it could
but
be,
people even talk about the Nike CEO. That motherfucker was on his way out anyways.
I'm talking about the music. Like what? I'm not getting off into the weeds
Was
with the
it Warner
fucking
Bros?
all these different CEOs from all these different Fortune
no,
500
you're right
companies.
though. No,
I'm talking about
I think
specifically
it might be
like
related.
Lucine Grange and fucking Kevin Lyles. Right.
But yeah, I bet some of them CEOs that stepped down are for the Diddy shit.
Yeah.
You know, Lior, he was one of them.
Did Lior step down too?
No, he runs YouTube. He left.
Yeah.
He left a while ago, right?
Who just stepped down? Kevin Lyles. It was
Kevin Lyles. Yes, 300 Entertainment. What's gonna happen with Revolt?
That's been sold. He sold that shit right when he knew shit was hot.
He sold that shit immediately.
He sold it.
He sold it
For a big loss too. He took a big L on it.
But do you think that's gonna have an effect on Revolt, or people like we know he sold it? What kind of is it gonna affect it in any way, you think, or not?
I don't know.
I don't know. His name was associated to it though. I see what you mean.
I think all network television's fucked anyway. So like.
Yeah, but Revolt is like
channels and shit.
Yeah, is that a fucking network channel?
Yeah, it's on cable.
It's on cable.
Right?
Yep.
I haven't had cable in a minute. I've been streaming for years.
I mean, it's nice in the summer when the rappers do the basketball shit on Revolt, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, I don't really watch for
Nah, like it's cool. It's again like the culture. I'm just trying to see what the cultural effects, because he like has been involved in a bunch of culture creation.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, and so
He's damn near the culture for a second. You know what I mean? Like the more you think about it.
for a long time. You know.
He brought New York back.
So like, I see what you're saying though. So like, are we still drinking Ciroc? Are we still?
I haven't been drinking Ciroc for a minute. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, I'm just talking. But is like?
But that's what I'm asking. Yeah, that's the question. Yeah, like is that?
Nah. The Ciroc
Yeah, I think I'm drinking Ciroc. Yeah.
Ciroc.
Not that Sean John
Ciroc
is popping.
done anyways.
Still rocking your. You gonna pull out your Sean John velour?
Never fucked with Sean John.
Me neither.
I was a Rockaware guy.
Yeah. Fat Farm?
I had me a velour.
He had a Sean
Maybe.
John velour.
Sean John velour.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Academics was a fire brand.
That was my shit.
Yeah,
That was a fire
Academics
That was
was
my
a
shit.
top brand.
LRG.
LRG.
What about Echo?
Echo. I had so many Echo
early on
hoodies,
was
bro.
crazy.
I had
Echo
my
was in
Echo
my bag.
hoodie.
Rhino look tough.
Yeah, I fucking donated them all to Goodwill one year because I just needed to make room, and it hurt my soul, but I was like, there's gonna be a fucking flea ass bum out here with the whole Echo collection, bro. Now I look back like, damn, I wish I would have saved them shits.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually some of them vintage Echo joints are selling right now.
Back then I'm like, damn.
A lot of vintage shit I had was selling. A lot of old band tees and shit going crazy.
Yeah.
Like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Like fuck. Wish I had that shit still.
You got an Echo leather, that shit going for a lot of money.
Word, I do. I had an Echo. Had the fucking Echo leather, but it was like the Letterman jacket with the leather sleeves and the wool body with the EU and the fucking Echo across the back. That shit all black and red. That shit was fire.
Look at you.
Yeah. I think I still have that shit though, but I can't find it. I thought it was at my parents' crib, but. So I was like, yo, I gotta pull that shit out. That shit, if I show up to the shop with that shit, everybody's gonna be like, yeah, what the fuck?
You used to be able to get fly for the cheap back then.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah.
motherfuckers used to thought that was flexing. That's crazy. Like,
Nah, $80 hoodie. That was like you were like those the Echo fucking hoodies were like $80, and you were like, damn, that shit. But $80 in like '98 was like.
When I would buy like sneakers over 100, people would be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, exactly.
About you spent $100 for sneakers, you know? You could.
So
it was crazy to people. You know?
What year was FUBU popping? Like was that the
that was
Echo
late.
year?
That was mid '90s and late
That was
'90s.
90s?
Yeah. Oh, I would say 95 to 2000 was their run because they had their run, then they kind of died a little. Then they had that little second win with the Fat Albert shit.
Yeah.
Remember the Fat Albert FUBU? That shit was crazy. That shit was a moment.
That ushered in the fucking Lot 29s and the icebergs and shit.
Well,
not
Lot
ushered
29
in,
was like a direct carbon copy of Iceberg.
Right,
You know?
yeah.
Iceberg, I would say is right around the same time with FUBU.
Yeah.
Maybe a little before even. Maybe not. I don't know.
I think it's around the same time.
But yeah, Lot 29 was just a carbon copy.
it
Like,
was.
yo, we're gonna bring back Iceberg.
It was like
And just
it was like 555 Soul. You remember that brand?
yeah.
And then Nietzsche.
Yeah.
NYC.
I just that shit blew my fucking mind. Like,
NYCE.
I was like, what?
I remember
That's what it
DKNY
is?
was popping back then a lot too. I used to rock.
Yeah,
around that
it was
shit.
like back then it was like the DKNY, Nautica, Tommy Hilfiger,
Yeah.
and Polo. But Polo never went away.
You know what was my
Polo
shit though?
forever.
Polo's forever.
Fucking Jerbo. That
Jerbo
was
with the
my
crazy
shit.
Yeah.
The jeans
stretch
and shit,
jeans with the
denim
straps
and
and shit. The denims with the
Yeah.
straps.
That was my shit.
Those were fire.
The jean era went crazy.
The jean and the denim. era.
Yo, it's all.
Hell yeah.
That was like the first crazy flex I ever bought was a pair of fucking Red Monkey
Red
shorts.
Monkey.
Yeah. They had like naked chicks on the pocket and shit. These shits were hard, bro. I spent like $800 on them shit.
Yeah.
Word.
I was like,
Denim, like
06,
expensive
07.
denim,
I was buying Bapes back then and shit. I've been on the Bape shit since the early 2000s. I stopped doing Bape for a while, and now I do it a little bit. And
You got some bacon?
That's hilarious.
What's
So
up?
I stopped doing vape for a while. Now I do vape a little bit.
Well, give my nephews
now,
and shit. Like I'd give them away. Like I'd wear kicks.
Yeah.
They get a little beat. They get given away. Like, it wasn't about collecting then. It wasn't until like I really started collecting shit probably like 2011, 12, when I really started holding on to shit. Like, all right, because it started getting harder to get kicks, and that was the problem. Like, you used to just be able to like, I remember the countdown pack when those came out. Like, you could just walk into Crossgates and get the 11 and 12 pack together and shit. Like it wasn't hard to get shit, and then it became harder. So you hopped on the releases when you can get them.
Yeah. Do you remember the
we should probably just bring that into my kicks right now.
Do you remember it? Do you remember the earliest iterations of Nike ID? Did you ever hop when you could really customize some crazy shit? You can't really do it as much. They don't let you do,
it's so limited.
So limited now, but in the earlier iterations,
patterns and shit.
You could do crazy shit.
Well, now they limit the silhouettes you can do, which is like that's like understandable, but they even super limit the colorways you can do. So we're not out here recreating classics, which I kind of respect. That they're that mindful of it. It's like, no, we're not going to allow you to recreate this fucking shoe that collectors go crazy for. It's like that's not fair. But eventually, Nike's going to come to a point where they're just like, you can make anything you want, any color. Like, there's going to come a point where that's what Nike does. Right now they're trying to fight that. They just fired their CEO because if you look at their sales numbers have been crazy. It's what it is though is they're losing the fucking culture. They're losing their coolness. Young kids ain't picking up on the Nike shit as much, and it's because they oversaturated the market because they had this non-sneaker culture CEO come in and he didn't understand the shit. Like, he was just like about numbers, and he made the numbers.
Dunks. I don't see. There's hardly any new SB Dunk drops that are like. There used to be a bunch of them, and if they would have kept that shit going, that shit would have been going crazy.
No, that's the opposite of what they should have did. That's what killed it. Was it doing it too much?
Oversaturating it?
Yeah.
You think like once, twice a year?
And they started upping their production numbers on everything, especially Jordan Brand. Like, and all this stuff just started sitting on the shelves because they were just giving us too much shit, and they were just worried about sales. Like, just the CEO was worried about sales. And they did crazy numbers, but in turn, consumer exhaustion. That's what happened at the end of the day.
What do you think about the whole sneaker culture thing where like now fucking beat kicks are at like ASAP Rocky's putting out a pair of Pumas, it looks like it was already beat.
Yeah, that's kind of been in on the high fashion world for probably like 5 to 7 years now.
Yeah, but
that's been going on.
Now
like,
it's a
real thing now. Like everything from like the cliche of the white chicks and the beat up Air Force Ones. You know what I mean? That's like, a real thing. Like like I see it in the dispensary, and so beat kicks are in right now. But that's been bubbling on the underground in like the high end fashion world for a minute.
But what do you think of now? It's getting. It's starting to like.
I fucking hate it. Like I like when shoes get aged. I like when shoes get aged properly. I don't like them to come aged, a little bit of aging, like Virgil would do it with his off-white shit, and I think it was dope, And when you do it tastefully, but like just making a shoe look completely wrecked already, like
I had these SB Dunks from like 15 years ago, and I hadn't worn them in a while, and then like one day I wore them, and then some kid was like, "Yo, those SB Dunks like." Really worn like that?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "That's fucking dope." And I was like, "That's so weird." Like, you used to have the freshest kicks. Like, don't step on my shit, bro. Don't crease my shit.
But you know what's crazy, bro? It's like I feel that because we did come from that, but I'm actually happy that that's coming out, and I agree with you in the fact that like if it's manufactured like that, it's fucking. Takes away from it. Yeah. But the fact that you had it and you held them down for that long and they lasted and then they look like that, that tells a story. Absolutely. You know what I mean? And like even with my old kicks that I've had, like there's certain kicks you just can't get rid of, and that's because like there's that value and there's a reason why you want this shoe. It's more than just like oh, it looks nice or it's a cool shoe. It's like no, I have a connection to this motherfucker, and I feel like that translates. You know what I mean? Like I've seen people, like I've seen people who I can kind of tell by looking at them that like they don't really care as much about fashion. They're like having the most fancy looking, well put together shit, but like they love those fucking shoes and they're rocking them shits. You know what I mean? Like I've seen that, and I respect that. I think that's cool as fuck.
I saw there's like I think it's Asics, where they're covered in a fucking film that you light on fire and it
I've seen
burns
that. That's cool.
like a wear pattern into the shoe, so every shoe looks different.
Interesting.
Yeah, from that.
ASIC's doing some cool shit.
Yeah,
I've seen shoes that have like panels that you have to like cut up and like rip off, and like they'll have shit.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I shared them yet on the show, right?
Yeah.
No, I think that shit is cool as fuck. Because then you can make it unique in your own, like, however you want it.
They said Crocs are like taking a lot of sales in sneakers right now. Like kids is going to school.
I see that.
You know what's crazy about Crocs? You know the Crocs. You seen Idiocracy, right? The movie Idiocracy.
Yeah.
No, you never seen it.
I know what you're about to tell. This is a fucking dope story.
And in Idiocracy, they were looking for a shoe that like. So the premise of Idiocracy, Vernon, is that this dude who's played by Luke Wilson, he's like an army guy, and he's like looking for an easy assignment, and he's like the most average dude on the planet basically, and they're gonna put him to sleep for 5 years in this capsule, and that's the assignment he gets, and they're gonna wake him up in 5 years, and they're gonna see if this technology that puts you to sleep will work, and you don't age. So then they put him to sleep, and then they forget about the project, and then he like something happens, and the machine opens, and it's 500 years later in the future. And 500 years in the future, everybody's fucking stupid. Like everybody's mad. They're just really stupid. So now all of a sudden he's this, like by far the smartest person on the planet, and they go through all these stories about why everybody's so stupid and how the culture made everybody stupid and everything. Fucking yeah. So everybody, and they were like, how do we make the people look really dumb, and we'll have them all wear the same shoe, and
they just want the stupidest looking shoe they could find.
Shoe they could possibly fucking find.
They found this brand Crocs,
and they fucking put them all in Crocs.
Oh shit!
And Crocs. This was like before Crocs was a thing, though. Like this movie came out years before Crocs was. It was like a prototype shoe for this new shoe brand, and they were like, cool.
Yeah.
And then, so then
look where we are.
Now look where we are.
And look how bad they are.
I think that was like 2001. That movie came out. So now we're 23 years in the future from there, and everybody's wearing fucking Crocs by choice. By choice. Like
because Idiocracy
only not
is
500
real.
years in the future. So what do you think? 500 years in the future?
I mean, look at Trump, man. He's literally Terry Cruz's character in that shit.
Oh, Trump?
Yeah. It's literally MAGA. That is literally fucking them.
MAGA. Like, it is Terry Cruz's character and the whole, like, you know. So in Congress, they all have fucking machine guns and shit. And like when they're like when he's making points and he's like a professional wrestler, Terry Cruz's character, and he like gets up at the podium and he does this whole fucking speech like Hulk Hogan would.
President Camacho.
President Camacho.
Yeah.
President Hector Camacho. And he's fucking just decked out in American flag gear with this like permed blonde hair, straight hair.
Cruz, right?
Yes, I know.
You know Terry Crews, fucking diesel shit. Then he's like making points, and then everybody in fucking Congress with their machine guns, like shit is ridiculous, but it's so like.
I gotta watch this shit.
Dude.
It's Mike Judge.
Mike Judge.
Okay, Mike Judge.
Beavis and
Butthead.
Oh hell yeah.
Office Space.
Right.
Yeah.
You ever seen Silicon Valley?
No.
That's a good show. You like
It's
that?
a good show. You'd like that show. Yeah, on HBO.
I know what shows you like. You dig that.
Dry humor. Yeah.
Yeah, well, what you got, Scotty, for your shoes? Segue to the kicks from, I'm sure, better than some fucking Crocs.
They are way better than some Crocs. It's one of my favorite pairs, actually.
All right.
That's the. Well, let's start it off by talking about the Fresh Prince. Will always has some kicks on.
Yeah.
Always. And one of the shoes he was famous for wearing in that show, not he was famous for, but he famously wore in that show, was the Jordan 5 Grape. And this was a Jordan 5 paying homage to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. As you can tell by the colors.
Yeah, the colorway.
Everything's opposite on the shoe, the pink Jumpman, the green Jumpman. And on the back it's opposite. On the sides, all the accents are opposite. And inside's got that 90s pattern.
Yeah.
And no one shoe is alike because it's all cut from a different pattern. So every one of them's significantly different on the inside.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's dope. And just a fucking fire shoe. It's pretty limited. I think it was 20,000 pairs of these.
What are some other TV shows that had actors famously wearing dope kicks all the time? Martin.
Seinfeld.
Jerry always
Yo,
got those.
you know who bodied the streetwear shit? Robin Williams. Robin Williams was wearing Bape early on, crazy. Robin Williams was going fucking nuts with the streetwear.
With the streetwear shit.
He really was. He was fucking ahead of his time, and Robin Williams fucking killed it. Not as much with the sneakers, but with the streetwear.
Yeah.
But what other TV shows though?
TJ from Smart Guy. I don't know if you know about Smart Guy, but he used to kill it. He used to have some shit on.
I'm trying to think what else.
Back to the Future, Martin McFly.
Yeah. I had the famous kicks in it.
Yeah, that's a movie though.
Speaking of Back to the Future 2 and the crazy kicks with the skateboard, the fucking hoverboard, we got this skate brand that we're fucking with, right? With this, with some of these rigs and pipes now. Let's talk about those.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so Creature skateboard brand, they have a really dope team. Not really big on their boards and whatnot, but they always had amazing graphics, amazing t-shirts, just really dope, aesthetic. I always fucked with it. I always I like horror movies and all that shit.
Yeah.
So they collab with Gear Premium. They're a company we get a lot of our rigs and glass pipes from. And they did some dope shit.
Nice.
And we're here to share that shit.
Oh yeah. That dope little coffin.
Rig.
Yeah, that's on the top.
What's that? What's on the rig there?
That was like a girl laying down in the coffin, right?
Alright.
Dragon.
Happy fucking Halloween, motherfuckers. Then we got the coffin bowl.
The coffin bowl is one of my favorites. That shit is cool as fuck.
Yeah, that shit is pretty cool.
Then the dugout. Did you see how it's spring loaded?
That's fine.
What did the rig say on them?
Grab what's the dugout?
These lights are about to fucking blind me. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. It says "Lurk with us," which is one of their slogans they've been using for a long time. With a picture of 3 skeletons and a demon chick. It's pretty dope. And the Creature logo up by the mouthpiece. Little bucket. Not bad. Get it at stage 1.
Word up.
Complete Halloween. Complete your Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Your Halloween pack.
And this right here is for the people who's too lazy to roll or to buy a pre-roll. It's a little dugout. You know what I'm saying? You take it.
It's got the little chillum in there.
Chillum in there. And this is where you put your pre-ground bud. And then you just take this in, put it in there, press it down, and then you take it out. It's gonna have all your pre-ground on it, and you're good to go.
You got some good pre-ground
I like that it's
flour.
spring loaded.
And
Spring load is
multiple brands bringing pre-ground flour to the market now, right?
for sure. Yep, we got Closeout, we got Nanticoke ready to roll, we got Revert coming through with some. Nice options.
Nice
Revert
options.
coming through with that the Keef infused too.
That's what's up.
Yep.
Some different strains on it too, like Jelly Rancher.
Yep.
Grape.
Yep. And Revert's been swapping them out too. Like they keeping new flavors,
New flavors,
strains
new
coming.
strains coming.
Definitely.
That's what's
And they
up.
all got their own little perks of what they have.
Of what they have going on.
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking about terps. Are they adding terps to them?
Well, that's for them to know, for them to answer.
No, I mean, I'm sure. Sure, it's
Yeah, I
on the
mean,
COA.
I don't think they're not spray packing it, but I would say they're probably having terp pods
enhancement.
that they're curing their shit with, or they're having their burping bins with their shit just to add a little bit of, you know, like we used to do with orange peels in the pack, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm talking
Word
about.
up.
Scotty put orange peels in the pack
Oh,
back
hell
in the
no.
day.
Hell no.
No?
No.
Never.
If I ever wanted to moisten it up, I'd do some bread. You know,
Bread.
I'd just get texture back.
So you just get bread terps instead of fucking
I just
orange
wanted to
terps?
add
Bread
moisture
terp.
back to it. You know,
Yeah,
I
but
wasn't trying.
that moisture
That's
has
so
terpenes within it. We all know that now.
With that weed, that was some shitty weed. If I was putting bread in
No,
it,
absolutely.
it was disgusting.
Yeah.
We
But-
almost forgot one
and-
of the coolest parts about the
All right. Tell us about
Oh yeah,
Jay.
they gave
The
they gave us
CeeLo
the
dice.
CeeLo
CeeLo
You know what I'm
dice.
saying? They literally sent them with the order. You know what I'm saying? And they got the little logo on the packaging.
Vernon, you ever play CeeLo?
CeeLo, no.
Nah, you don't know what CeeLo's about? You don't know about CeeLo?
Damn, we gotta learn you.
I played CeeLo in fucking middle school for the first time, bro. That's no funny shit. Which is just crazy
Makes
to
sense.
think about. Nah, that shit don't make no and hack it, yeah. That shit don't make no fucking sense. I dropped my youngest son off at middle school, took him to the open house day and shit, showed him where his locker was and all that. I didn't see one fucking kid running down the hallway, disrespecting no teachers and shit, and I was like, damn. This is
what it's supposed to be.
I should have moved to this school district a while ago. Poor Josiah. Nah, I gave him some character though, but
Hell yeah.
yeah, it was definitely.
He turned out just right, man.
Nah, he's great. But I know that wasn't his middle school experience at all. So
Or high school. Oh my God.
or high school, yeah.
Yeah, he made it through.
Nah, high school he was the fucking man though, because by the end of high school, he's already working at the dispensary. He's making fucking hit records and shit. He's performing at field day. He's already like lit. He doesn't even know what it. You know,
He's killing it.
yeah, he's
That's
killing
dope.
it.
Fucking dope.
Good for him, man.
The music's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gee.
he came out and did that show with us the other night. That shit was fucking fun. People really cheer for him, like they're
He's
rooting
really
for
good.
him. Yeah, he's really good. His shit is super good. He's fucking like been listening to that shit since he was in the womb. It's been a part of his like upbringing fully. He always had a studio in his crib, like always saw me doing shit.
Yeah.
So it just seemed like normal to him. So as soon as he just started doing it, and he was already good, I don't know. And that motherfucker's got perfect pitch, which is, I wish I would have learned that much earlier. But I was like playing a Kanye record, Runaway, on a piano at some like spot we were at, and he was like, "That's not it." I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "It's this," and then he goes and plays it on the right key, and I was like, "Do you know like by the key?" He's like, "No, I can just hear it." And then I was like, "Are you sure?" And he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Prove it." And then he fucking brought that shit up on YouTube. And that shit was absolutely how he was playing it. And I was like, this motherfucker's got perfect pitch. You
That's
don't even
crazy.
know it. He doesn't know shit about that shit, but his ear is so fucking tuned in. That's why he's so good
That's
at
what's up.
all that shit's crazy. Fucking
Fuck killing
Shout
it.
out
killing
Josiah.
it. Shout out
Josiah.
Novalone.
Fire name too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Novalone, get the Provolone.
Novalone, get the provolone.
If you ain't used that yet,
Nah, he did. He
Even
did.
better.
He did. He was it.
Buddha.
Novalone, hold his own, all his bros overgrown. Ain't shit sweet, boy, no Toblerone.
Bars.
Bars.
Shout out the new Stage 1 vapes.
Facts.
Mine.
Where's yours?
These are fire.
gotta get mine.
This shit's up.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, check it out. It's a fucking. That's a battery. So for your 510,
The graffiti.
pull up and
find
get
mine.
yours. These are
$15 out the door.
yeah, $15 slim. They're Meister Slim Sticks wrapped with the Stage 1, and
Shout
they're
out to Meister.
and or Mister. I don't know what do you call it, Mister. I like Meister.
I call him Meister.
Yeah, but I keep hearing people call him Mister too, so I'm like, I don't know.
But wouldn't it be an I?
Like yeah. I like it's Myster, and
Yeah, but you don't got to spell
shout out
shit
to
right.
Robert Simpson on the design because this shit is fire.
My name is LRX. It spells lyrics out.
Yeah, the battery. I mean, just gotta keep growing, keep expanding, keep doing cool shit.
What do we got in our vapes today, fellas?
That's good. I got a jaunty daydream.
Lost the filter.
Fucking their new hardware, their new carts or whatever. Kind of like,
I like it a lot.
yeah,
That's what I got in mine too.
that's what you got in yours too.
Yeah, got that CBG in it. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
love when vapes got CBG.
Mine's downstairs, but I got the resonator. Banana Ghost.
Yeah,
Shout out to Resonator.
shout out the resonators. I also have, what do you got in yours?
I got a jaunty pineapple express.
See, these are,
Okay.
and then I've also got the
Jaunty is
littles.
resonators though.
Yeah, man.
Jaunty
we got
resonators.
they're all
Yeah.
representing
Yeah.
now.
Nature, right, you know what I'm
Respect,
saying?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I got the littles going. You got
resonators,
the
they're
littles
live
too.
I got the littles too.
Yeah, which
Oh,
one?
this is
What you
fire.
got? This is
Tangy
fire.
cookie.
It's live resin.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
on
word.
these, yeah.
Nice. These are
Or
fire.
is it live resin?
Is it
is
live,
the question.
live terps inside?
Or they're
distillate
using live
called-
diamonds?
Yeah, live diamond. I don't know.
That's a great question, my friend. Check the COAs.
What's in the
We need
vape?
Ryan.
That's the L segment.
What's in the vape? That is a good segment. You want? Let's
good
pull.
segment.
Let's do that one of these days.
Brian
Let's
would
do
be
a what's in the
screaming
vape
at the
segment.
Time to be in the stage.
Screen right now if you watch it.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, and then pull it out. That'd be fire.
That's fire.
Yo, comment if you want a what's in the vape fucking segment.
Matter of fact, comment what's in your vape. We want to
Comment
know
what's in your vape.
what are y'all vaping out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you gotta know what's in your vape, you know? Don't just say I
Yeah,
got a
that's-
car and I don't know. That's the scariest thing.
Real
you
shit,
know,
though. That's irresponsible.
I had a friend.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say her name and put her on blast there, but she said I keep getting this car from the gas station and then I get a headache. Like,
Oh shit.
all right, well, maybe
There you go.
don't get your
Sounds
car
like you know what the problem
from the
is.
gas station.
That's dope. The vape. That's really dope. Yo. That's
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We got a lot of new gadgets right now. Like we got the little snack box over there. That's a cool one too. See that?
Oh yeah. I've got a little stash box, which is
Smell
This
proof.
is like
smell proof. It's got a
Smell-proof,
fucking
Lock safe. Got
Lock
a whole
safe.
Lock pad on it.
Oh yeah, it's locked. I forgot. That's the
You
You don't
illustrator.
want your kids getting in it, like, what is this? What is this?
Mommy,
I'm
what's in
learning
there?
from watching you, Dad. I'm not gonna find your stash box with that one. I'm not
You got
gonna
your
learn it
little-
from you.
your little spot up here. You can put whatever. I would put some pre-rolls or maybe my little rolling tray. You know what I mean? This shit is cool because it comes out, and then you can see it got the smell-proof lining. Good looking out, man. But this you could like move them around and make it however you want it to be, so you could fit whatever you need to fit in your little box.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, yo.
you could fit 6 jars, or you could fit 3 jars in this little rolling machine.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do.
So yeah, you know, stage 1 got the gadgets.
Yeah,
Come check us out, baby.
Come get your 24 packs of zigzag cones, because
Word.
we have those too, in case you want to roll
Come
up.
get your king size zigzags. Nobody else sells them around.
King size
Not
zigzags.
that I see. They're hard to find.
Come get your stage 1 rolling papers.
Yeah,
Got
stage
those
1
too.
rolling papers.
Yeah, get your
Matter of
stage
fact,
one
come get
papers.
your composition T-shirt.
Yeah, just came today. I
Fresh,
got
shout out
mine.
Bill. Still looking out, Jack.
Why would someone want to get the composition T-shirt because you're because why?
Because we dropping that motherfucking album, Jack.
And because you're the fucking illest, right? And you're the best fucking rapper.
He said it, not me.
And
But he ain't wrong.
but I'm just saying, that is the purpose of the T-shirt. It's not just because it's a cool logo, but the logo represents your artistry.
That's a fact. It represents the double disc project that Merc and I created together called Composition. Calm, C-A-L-M, position. And the reason why it's a double disc is because half of it is the ego, half of it is the self. So on the ego, that's where you got like the hard-hitting beats, kind of just rapping about how good I am at rapping. And then the self is where I get a little more introspective, singing a little bit more, kind of just doing what I want to do on that one.
Talking more about, just
about
life, the inside, like the internal feelings. So
those are the songs on that project. Those are the songs that help me get through the tough moments. Like Meditate, genuinely, I listen to that song when I get angry.
I've listened to that song like 200 times.
I appreciate that. Better with Time, that's on there. That's when I'm dealing with grief. Most of the time it's for Harry, but any grief, any type of loss that I've ever dealt with, I always end up going back to that.
Anybody can listen to that song and feel what you're saying, and you're very specifically talking about your grief over the loss of a very specific person, but everyone has that,
right?
And something that I've learned is like, there's like this school of thought of be as fucking general as you can, so everybody can vibe to what you're saying. Correct. But in reality, being as specific as you can be enables you to connect even more with a group of people that have inevitably been through what you've been through.
Right.
So very specifically speaking about the loss that you're talking about, even if there's one line that connects with this person, and then there's another line that connects with that person, and another line that connects with that person, you're still connecting with a super large group of people based off of very specific lines that it's like,
it's true.
So I don't know, that's a school of thought I think that helps you be more authentic in your writing.
Right, for sure. And I think with that song specifically, it was the intention of expressing this feeling, but doing it basically like I specified the emotion as opposed to the person or the memory or anything that was directly correlated to our relationship.
Yeah, but it was still really specific to your feelings.
Yes, that's what. Yes, it was specific to just the feelings that I'm feeling. You know what I mean? And I put a lot of that into the self. Like even on Running, if you listen to Running, you'll understand why the album's not out. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll totally get it. You're like, oh shit. And even with World of What Ifs, like that song is something that in life that I have to keep myself from going to the world of what ifs. The whole point of the song is basically it's a bunch of questions. All the lyrics in the song is just a list of questions, but it's just like, sometimes you get caught up in the hypotheticals or like, fears or doubts or what may come or what may be, the what ifs. And if you sit there long enough, you can create your own world of things that haven't even happened yet. So that song is pretty much that in music form.
Oh, yeah.
Just the fact that if you sit there and ask a million questions, if you stay there and you keep wondering about the what ifs and the things that haven't even happened yet, then you're gonna miss what's happening right now.
How about you
could even get into
spit a verse off that? How about you spit a verse off that tonight?
Not tonight. No. That's a singing one.
Okay.
But one of these days, I'm saving those.
Then you start creating things that you think happened.
Right.
Too.
Yes, for sure.
In that same, and then it never happened, but in your mind it happened. And, convince me.
Right.
Otherwise, motherfucker.
Yeah, because you believe it now. And even if you might not even know, like that you don't have proof and that you don't know, but you still like, nah, that shit happened.
That shit happened.
That shit happened. You can't tell me nothing else. Like, so yeah, that's one of the dangers. Those are the roads that you can get lost on in the world of what
that person feels this way, I'm sure of it. What makes you feel that way? Because they said this thing. Like, well, that could have meant this, but it probably meant this. Yeah, well.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
Yeah, a lot of.
And that's why I put the ego and the self together, because that voice in your head is the ego.
Word.
Do you know what I'm saying? That voice that would make you start getting stuck in the world of the what ifs, or these things, or things that you don't know, or what you might want to happen, or be scared that's going to happen. That's all ego, because none of those things are what's actually happening. That's the self. What's happening, what we're doing right now. We're being ourselves.
So when you're being yourself, what verse are you going to spit?
I'm going to spit a verse from Loud Lyrics from back in the day.
You be
How back in the day?
Back in the day.
I do.
Yeah, how back in the day?
12 years.
2012 shit.
2012.
Okay.
Oh, right when the world ended.
Yes, exactly. I said, this goes out to anybody fucking with the team. You can sleep on us till we run up in your dream. When the beef come, I don't act tough and I don't scream, cause I know you niggas ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing. If you do, then it's over with. My dudes on that soldier shit, but you wouldn't notice it until you see your homie hit. Kill for that front page, die for them Buddha boys, leave a nigga stuck, looking like he had rheumatoid, making too much noise. I'm just making too much money, had to do it for myself, cause ain't nobody do it for me. Cause I'm caking ain't the only reason cuties love me. I'm just a Buddha boy looking for a Buddha bunny. Hey, you can't blame me though, but play me though. I'm making sure the 518 is taking over radio, till every radio in the radius rating us. You see us making dough and all of the ladies is lating us. See the way I flow, you know why the haters is hating us, cause they girls come to the show and be making them babysit. Killed a couple bars, I'm trying to take over stadiums, and I'm on my way to it. I hear them hating it. Buddha. Yeah.
So 2012, damn, that fact that you're like, I'm gonna spit some old shit. Like, definitely mad shit that I be spitting is from like 2012. Fuck that shit.
Fuck it.
I be bringing out them 08s.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it so that, like, we want this show to have longevity. You know what I'm saying? So I can't just keep pulling out the whole album. You know what I mean? I gotta incrementally. You know what I mean?
How long is your catalog? Like, how long is the catalog?
Listen, I've been rapping since I was 13. So
How old are you?
22.
2?
I've been rapping your whole life. No. Why can't I math right now?
Why can't you math right now?
You're 22.
Yeah.
How old
So
are you?
I'm a year older than my rap career. All right.
Damn.
You only got 1 year on me. It's crazy.
Yeah. Since 01.
That's crazy to really think about.
Yeah.
Damn.
Been rapping your whole life, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so the catalog is crazy. I don't got a number on it, but it's definitely in the hundreds. What I remember, what I have access to, well.
No, what gets
you
me
mean,
though
I don't
is
know?
what
You do it all the
what he
time.
remembers and what he has access to is crazy, because I've been making music since like 98, 99, like is when I started going super hard, like 99. And I was making songs in the studio, in the crib, constantly.
What were you using?
I don't remember. None of that shit, bro.
What were you using for?
Pro Tools from
In 90
yeah. I've been in Pro Tools since Pro Tools 4.6, bro. That's where I started in Pro Tools.
That's what Steve Sola got the upper hand on. He learned it early, like fucking early, like mid '90s early.
That's why, like, I'm not
and was
like
just ahead of the curve, and was just able to just kill it. Like, he got into Trackmaster Studio.
Yeah.
You know, remember Trackmasters,
Yeah.
right? And what was it? Tone and Poke, I think was their name.
Yeah, Tone and Poke.
Yeah.
So now I gotta think about Tone and Poke and the Diddler, bro. Like, why you gotta fucking do that to me, son? Because they were like fucking with Diddy back then too. Like, they did a bunch
Probably.
of they did a bunch of bad boy shit. I want to say
They were kind of their own entity, though.
Yeah, I know,
I
but
don't
they
think they
were-
were like directly Bad Boy affiliated. You know?
No, but they were doing a bunch of bad boy music.
Yeah, they were doing tracks for everybody. Though.
See, it just makes you question it, right?
It just makes you think. Like, I'll continue.
Did the name Poke make you think that?
Exactly. Like,
made me
Tony
think.
Poke.
I don't know.
Tony Poke.
Like, who do you poke?
Who's Tone poking? What the fuck?
Damn, yo.
The Diddler?
Hey, yo.
Shit.
Yeah.
Diddler back at
If you
it.
say their names backwards from what you said it the first time, it's Diddy Poke Tone.
Whoa. Illuminati proven. Illuminati proven.
Nah, but Josh, so you got to see like all these different genres from like the late '90s till now. Like,
Yeah.
like what would you say is the biggest change? Like, I know
even earlier than that. You saw the early '90s.
Yeah, no, I was playing drums in a band in like '94. So like earlier I started
30 years
recording
easy.
music for myself, like in the studio every day with access to like, I can just record whenever I want. And like probably 2001 is when I had it in a crib, but like '99 I started at Purchase. I was in that MIDI lab making beats every fucking day, and then I was writing shit, and then I'd take it from there to the 48 track, and I got
What,
into
ADAT?
and record. The 24 track was ADAT, the 48 track was Pro Tools, and that's where I got my introduction to Pro Tools, was in that studio.
So
with
Pro Tools was limited to 48?
Huh?
Pro Tools was limited to 48 tracks at the time.
Nah, I just think that studio had like a fully blown O2R that had 48 inputs, channels.
Yeah.
And then it had like the 888s that were like the 888s, the 888s which were the interfaces made by DigiDesign, and it had like 48 tracks of those lined up, and that required, each one of those required what was called a farm card, which was like had to get put into your computer, and it had its own processing power outside of the motherboard. So they were running, so when I started there back in '99, they had
Cost some bread.
it was like pre G series, so like no G3. It was like a 8800 or something. It was like some.
What did you
wasn't
pay
even a
for it back
gigahertz processor.
Damn.
What did you pay for it back then?
Well, I didn't. No, that was in the studio at
When you finally
Purchase.
got
That
it,
was like
the one-
Purchase had that shit. When I finally got my own shit though, I got a G3, and it was probably like $2,000 at the time for the G3, and then I got a Digi 001, which was like the first at-home recording studio setup that you could get, that had 16 tracks, that had 8 analog and 8 digital, and
It had 16 inputs on it?
yeah, it had
that's
8
fucking
analog
sick.
inputs and 8 digital inputs. Actually 18, because it had 10 digital inputs on it. There's 10 digital inputs on it.
That's fucking
It had
cool.
a fucking ADAT light pipe and a SPDIF, so you could do like 8 channel. Yeah. So anyway, I ended up buying like a mixer that I could hook up to do that, so I could record whole bands and shit. And then I started doing that early, like 2000, 2001. And that's how I got to where by the time I opened my studio here in like 2011, 2012, everybody was like, yo, who the fuck is this?
When did you graduate Purchase?
Purchase, I graduated with my bachelor's in 01 and my master's in 03. So it was like, and I fucking, and there, it was cool because you're like taking classes like ear training and solfege, and you don't even fucking know necessarily what you're learning. You're just like doing all these exercises, and then the next thing you know, you just hear everything differently than everybody else.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then everybody's like, how the fuck do you hear that? And I'm like, I don't know, I took fucking 4 years of solfege, you know, and ear training and fucking keyboard studies and all these like, and music theory. And even though I'm not like I don't like read music fluently like I wish I could, or maybe I don't know. I'm like a remedial music reader. Like, give me some shit. Like rhythms, I'll read because I had to. I learned how to do that. That's like muscle memory. I learned how to do that in school playing drums. But like the notes and shit, like I gotta. Oh yeah, FACE. Every good boy deserves fudge.
I'm fucking dying, man. I'm all out.
But I can hear a motherfucking key if somebody comes into the studio and they're and they bring me a beat and they're like, what key is this in? I'll fucking open up a keyboard and play along with it and know what key it's in.
I'm opening record box, Pioneer, boom. That's what I used to do.
Yeah.
I can't believe Pro Tool doesn't have an auto
key.
That's fucking
finder.
nuts. What are you doing, DigiDesign?
Well, it's not. It's Avid now. It hasn't been DigiDesign.
I know. I'm fucking high as shit, dude.
Bro.
I know it's Avid. Like, I'm certified by Avid.
You're certified by Avid, bro. DigiDesign hasn't had shit to do with it since Focusrights were making the preamps.
Hey.
That's some audio nerd shit for you.
That's
some audio nerd shit right there.
I don't know, bro. It's all alien talk to me right now.
You're just like, what the fuck are you saying? I don't know. Nobody does. Shut the fuck up and talk about weed again. You know that's what motherfuckers gonna be saying in the comments.
I know, we ain't talking about weed in a minute.
Yeah. We talked about everything but weed.
Blowing minds, bro.
We talked about the rigs.
Yeah, we talked about Fat Farm, you know what I'm saying? Like
Fubu.
Word.
Yeah.
Talked about the Dizzler for a minute.
Talked about the diddler for a minute.
Buy us.
Let's talk about this madder flower.
Fuck you.
Purple Sunset. We were smoking that the last week or whatever. I was smoking that.
Is that an ounce?
Yeah, this is an ounce. It's like $196 or something like that.
Shit is nice.
Question, is that the roasted garlic margie?
This is the roasted.
So
this is the garlic
Pass me that,
cane.
Jay?
the garlic cane?
Yeah.
So they had the roasted garlic margie. I think that was the first ounce that's over 30%, like on the market that we were getting. So like Matter definitely has been doing some pretty good things for a pretty good price, I must say.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
This shit smell good. I won't lie.
This smells nice.
Yeah.
Word up. Shout to Matter.
Man, those new lights is bright.
Let us know how it translates, though.
I got a question going off of like the conversation y'all had.
Yeah.
Two questions. So, what would each of y'all consider? So, like they say, your 10,000 hours. Once you do your 10,000 hours, it's like once you become like an expert at something. Or so for each of y'all, because like y'all are just like everybody in this room, good at a lot of things. What would y'all each consider yourself an expert at? And it doesn't have to be like what you do for a living.
Not weed related?
Or it could be. It could be like you're an expert.
You're just asking what's something that we've put 10,000 hours in on.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I mean,
Not necessarily 10.
not even one thing, like a short list of things. Fuck
Okay.
it.
Who wants to start?
I've definitely done it with.
But the reason I said expert because like, what's that one thing that y'all do have that y'all can say I'm an expert at that? And y'all might have multiple things as well.
Right.
But what can we say?
Yes,
Yoga. For me.
Okay.
I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I'm coming up on 10,000, I'd say. I've definitely put my time in to teach, and it's crazy hearing myself say this out loud because I've been talking about teaching and like getting back into it, but like, yeah, I'm definitely know that like enough to teach somebody.
Yeah.
I've definitely put way more than 10,000 hours into rapping. 1,000%. That's something I am an expert at.
Yeah.
For sure. Like that is my answer actually to the question. Yeah, that one right there.
Five.
For sure.
I can go next.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think one thing I'm an expert at, and like, I think it just comes naturally sometimes. Like, even to myself, I'm a natural salesman. There will be times like like I might not want a product at first, but the more I look at it, like I'll talk myself into it. Like, oh, it's over 30%. Oh, it has this and this. There might only be 2 left. You know what? Let me try that. Or like I'll be in our inventory room talking to some other coworkers. Like, I might not get nothing today. I'm like, but we just got this in. Do you see it got this in?
You sell it today, bro.
Yeah. And then they're like, you know what? I might add this to my life. I'm like, see,
we be doing that shit back and forth.
Yeah,
no, that's a fact.
So like, I think sales definitely comes.
You always
to me.
do that to me.
No, I would be.
You always get me to buy something.
Shut your ass up.
Nah, Scott. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
You can't convince me of shit.
Yeah.
What about you, Scotty? What are you an expert
Man, I got a couple things I'm really, it's, I don't really call myself an expert at them because there's so much further to go,
at? Yeah.
But definitely recording music, and I probably got damn near 10,000 rapping too, man. Like, and but nah, skateboarding. I got thousands and thousands of hours of that in. I wouldn't say I'm close to 10. I'm probably halfway to 10,000 DJing. A couple things, man. What else?
Would you say you're 10,000 hours into sneaker collecting?
Like hours spent on? Yeah, fuck yeah. Are you kidding me?
Would you say you're an expert sneaker collector? Because I would say that's
I'm an Air Jordan expert.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking Air Jordan expert. I think I consider myself close to an expert with that shit.
Yeah.
Not all the Nike line, but Air Jordan, I'm pretty fucking well versed in. Up to a certain point. A lot of the new shit that's came out, I wouldn't know what the fucking colorway name is. Like, just so many pointless shoes have came out. It's just like, I don't give a flying fuck about that shoe or ever seeing that shoe again. And so yeah, but to a certain point I really know the Jordan collection. Probably up to like 2015, 16. Like, I know it really well.
Dope. I'm loving these answers. That's fine.
I was gonna say I'm an expert at putting a staff together, but Vernon works in inventory and he said he's an expert at selling shit. And my two top sales guys over here talk about everything but selling weed. They're experts at
That's hilarious.
I mean, I'm shit. You want to talk about that? I'm a fucking expert at
Yeah,
I got 10,000 hours.
It's selling weed.
Fuck yeah. I got more time doing that than anything, probably.
Nah,
if we're being honest.
That made for a funny joke, though. So
It did. It was great. I didn't even think to mention that, though.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, I got many. Fuck, I got 20,000.
Yeah,
on that.
definitely. But I know y'all are all experts at selling weed, so that's amazing. I'm an expert at producing music, I'd say, and like writing and producing and recording.
This motherfucker will build a beat around your vocal. Like acapella.
Yeah, writing, recording, and producing music, and I've been told that I'm pretty good at business. I'm an expert businessman. People keep telling me that shit. I don't even think of myself as a businessman, but I'm running a fucking multi-million-dollar business, so clearly I am. But I think that's also part of it, is like not, I don't know, just doing it and not like
sitting in it.
Yeah, not like identifying as it necessarily, just being it. You know what I mean? Like, let it, my identity as a businessman is fucking speaks for itself. Fuck it.
Yeah,
I feel that though. It's like, let them say it. I'm not.
Does it
gonna
feel
tell
weird to you though?
Let them say it.
Because I remember when you said when you first took the teaching job, it felt weird. Like
Yeah.
Like it almost, like you said, it almost felt like you had imposter syndrome. Not that you do in any sort of way.
No, but even when I was teaching,
Not that you-
yeah, no, exactly. Like when I was teaching, I felt like I had imposter syndrome, because it's like, do I know? Like, of course, I've been doing it for mad years, and I've been working on Pro Tools since 4.6. But I also am not like Mr. Quick Key fucking nerd out over certain shit. I'm just like soulful
And
with it.
teaching
You know what
is
I mean?
different. Like,
And,
have you ever even taught one person one-on-one at that point?
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely already taught
You had
a
students
few.
before?
I had I did a couple master classes at Purchase, and I taught when I was getting my master's. I taught a couple labs at the crib.
All right.
So like I'd done it before, but I also was like, you know, Dave was a fucking, you know, like the guy that was running the program, like knew every fucking Pro Tools quick key. He's just so fucking sure of everything. He built the studio that was there, you know, like, so he just had this. So I'm just walking in just into somebody else's shit, kind of. Like, I gotta learn the curriculum. So like, I know all the things that I know, but do I know his curriculum that he wrote? So that first year, which is the year that that Scotty was with me, was definitely that year of like, am I fucking like, am I
You
cut out for
fucking
this
killed
shit?
it, dog.
Yeah.
Fucking killed
It was awesome. I loved it. It was a great experience. I'm so glad I did it. I met some really awesome people. Some of them fucking work here now.
Ricky.
Yeah. Shout out Ricky.
Ricky fucking sleep every day.
Go ahead.
You fucking sleep every day, bro.
I wish you kept the pictures.
I know. No, I would have kept them. The phone got.
It was a very good time, healthy time. I learned a lot. You have to learn a lot when you're to teach something. So like the first, and that goes for. So that was a good experience to lead.
You're learning
to
the hotkeys along with us.
Yeah.
You're studying them and shit.
I was no bullshit, bro. I definitely knew a lot more of them by the time I left teaching, but I didn't know as many when I started. But I was super quick with the fucking mouse. Like, it never didn't. Not knowing the hotkeys didn't slow me down, because I was super quick in other ways and efficient in other ways and whatever, just because I've been using the program for so long. So, and then opening this business, I had to learn a lot to, like, I had to like to learn the POS system and learn the fucking, in like the back office and how the inventory worked, and fucking learn all of those things enough to be able to teach everybody. So, but having taught, it helped me be able to get to that point faster, I think.
Hell yeah.
So like having all those experiences really, and I never actually had time to feel like an imposter.
It's so wild.
Like, didn't even have a minute to think about it, bro.
Because we were all just winging this shit.
Yeah, and then by the time I had a moment to breathe, like, hell no, I ain't no imposter. Like, obviously, what the fuck? So
I just built the whole back office. You see what the fuck I did?
So it's like a very, that moment was, now I feel like a businessman, but it's funny to hear the people tell you that shit. Like, yo, I always thought you were a good businessman. Like, oh, word? I was just running my studio. Yeah, but you were fucking making art for a living too.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You were fucking making a living doing art for a living.
Yeah,
you were fucking hustling, and you're always working, and you never were fucking bullshitting. And it was like,
to a lot of people, that's the dream, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And so I never thought of myself as a good businessman for doing that, though. But I did take a certain level of business acumen to be able to make that shit make the money.
Right.
You know, and know what I had to do to make the money, to make that work. How many hours I had to work and what I had to do. Like, there were times where I was just doing 1 hour fucking sessions. That shit was the worst. But like, motherfuckers would be like, yo, Mark, I just need an hour. Like, cool, come through. And I'd just be in the studio all day. People just recycling a person 1 hour after the next, but it was like, kept the doors open, and I was fucking grinding.
And that's what prompted even the question from you saying you've been using Pro Tools since 1999, and it's like, oh, like, you could, everybody would say, and anybody would say, like, you're an expert. At that, right? But the experts, and I think it's cool when people say it, like, we're all humble and stuff like that, but I I think it's very important for people to say what they're expert at, because now it allows everybody that's around you and people that's watching to know, like, if they're ever looking for an expert in yoga, Jay the one to go to. If they're ever looking for an expert in sales, you're the one to go to. If they're ever looking for an expert in Jordan knowledge, you're the one to go to. Or in like multiple things, if they're ever looking for an expert businessman, they go to you. Like, I feel like putting that out there is really important for certain opportunities to come.
Yeah.
Confidently say you're an expert at something. So
Facts.
it was dope to hear everybody's expertise.
Yeah, so 10,000 hours as a businessman, fuck it, definitely. Because I ran that studio for
Oh yeah.
mad years, bro. Dolo. Then I had some people working with me. That's one thing you learn when you work with a lot of people. Fucking people are gonna people.
Yeah.
And you gotta fucking love them. You know what I mean? Or hate them.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard. Shout out. No, I'm not even gonna shout him out. R.I.P. that guy.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
Oh, that.
Bye.
What?
Fuck that guy.
Guys can't even get. People can't get out of their own way. It's really, you know what I mean? It's like hard to witness.
It's sad.
It's hard. It's sad and it's hard to
Oh, we're
witness.
talking about that. I thought
Yeah.
Never mind.
Not fuck that guy, but kind of sad. Anyway.
Yeah. She got dark.
Well,
It just started raining outside. Thunder.
Thunder and shit. There it is.
stage 1 podcast. Legacy to legal, stoop to store. We out.
I be on that OG, tell you about the OG, piling up the roaches, got me feeling rosy, higher than an OG.